Hello and welcome to Top Stories on Viewer Television. My name is Patient Sidi. President Bola Ahmed TINUBU has promised that Nigerians will soon enjoy the benefits of tough but yet necessary decisions of his administration. The president made the promise on Tuesday at the State House during a meeting with the South-South Monarchs Forum led by His Royal Majesty Major General Felix Major Peru, Chairman of the Delta State Council of Traditional Rulers and Vice Chairman of the South-South Monarchs Forum. He commended the monarchs for their understanding approach to his administration's ongoing economic forums, particularly the removal of the fuel subsidy. President TINUBU assured the traditional rulers in South-South geopolitical zone that his administration was committed to addressing their concerns over development and environmental degradation. And amid the growing concern over the ranging abduction epidemic in the country, no fewer than 10 states have vowed to implement the death sentence and life imprisonment for the convicted kidnappers. The state made the vow on Tuesday as the Inspector General of Police Olukayode Egbetekun deployed intelligence corps to state commands and formations to tackle the wave of abduction and other crimes across the country. States including Kaduna, Kano, Bayelsa, Enugu, Anambra, and Nasarawa, another northern state, in separate interviews with newsmen, affirmed their commitment to applying the death sentence to anyone convicted of kidnapping in their jurisdiction. Officials of Kwara, Ondo, and Osun State vowed to ensure the implementation of relevant anti-kidnapping laws, including life imprisonment. Joint security forces involving the police and the Department of the State Service (DSS) took over the Ogun State House of Assembly's complex in Abeokuta following the impeachment of Speaker Olakunle Oluomo. Reports has it that Oluomo, representing Ifo-1 constituency, was impeached on Tuesday during plenary presided over by the Deputy Speaker, Mrs. Bolanle Ajayi. He was impeached due to allegations of gross misconduct which bordered on high-handedness, lack of focus and transparency, arrogance and poor leadership style, financial misappropriation, and inciting members against themselves. In a state, the Assembly elected Oludesi Elemide of the Odede constituency, a loyalist of former Governor Olusegun Osoba, as the new Speaker. Also, the political crisis in Plateau State took a new turn yesterday. The House of Assembly Speaker Gabriel Dawan Kudengbena insisted he will not recognize the 16 All Progressive Congress APC members yet. The 16 were beneficiaries of the Court of Appeal judgment which erroneously sacked their People's Democratic Party counterpart over an intra-party affair. The APC lawmakers did not turn up on yesterday, but their sacked PDP colleagues stormed the House. They were denied access to plenary following the Yuletide break. No fewer than 8 people were confirmed dead in fresh violence that erupted Monday in Mangu town of local government area of Plateau State. Newsman reports Governor Kalemut Frank, who hails from the volatile LGA, has imposed a 24-hour curfew in Mangu and environs following the violence in the area. Reports indicated that while some people have been killed and other injured, many could not be traced after they fled their houses. Religious leaders, security, and government officials confirmed the development, with some sources alleging that it had to do with cattle rustling attempts that were resisted, resulting in full-scale mayhem. 54 Assistant Police Commissioners (ACPs) have been deployed as heads of intelligence units, zonal and state police command nationwide. The posting is to improve and enhance the effectiveness of the intelligence department at every level of the police force as a pennock to addressing the crime rate in the country. Force spokesperson Olumuyiwa Adejobi said in a statement that Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetekun directed their officers to deploy all intelligence-based assets in combating crimes and criminality in their respective areas of responsibility. In another statement, Adejobi reminded members of the public that self-kidnapping remain a punishable offense. And in the United States, Secretary of the State Anthony Blinken said the U.S. will provide an additional $45 million to West African nations as part of a plan to battle instability, bringing total funding under the year-old program to nearly $300 million, according to reports by AFP and Reuters. In a four-nation tour of African democracies, Blinken met separately Tuesday with President Bola Tinubu and Ivorian President Alassane Ouattara. The trip was to discuss U.S.-African partnership over trade, climate infrastructure, health, security, and other issues. It follows a summit in Washington with African leaders in December 2022. Blinken sought progress combating coups and extremism in West Africa in talks with two key leaders, as he pointed to Ivory Coast as a model. And also, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has come under fire over his cavalier handling of an abducting epidemic rocking the nation's capital, which he blamed on political detractors. Angered by his statement, the Northern Elders Forum, Middle Belt Forum, Youth Forum, and other stakeholders chastised the former Rivers State governor, describing his utterances as insensitive and unfortunate. On the weekend, the FCT had come under massive attack from bandits who abducted residents who paid huge ransom to secure their freedom. At the last count, over 25% had been taken away in the past 2 weeks, while no fewer than 4 victims were gunned down by their captors for failing to carve out a ransom. The 3 tiers of government recorded 1.5 trillion naira in income from exchange rate gains into the Federation account in 9 months to September 30, 2023, triggered by the 71% depreciation of the naira during the period. That represents a 10% or 10,400% increase when compared with the 10.35 billion naira income from exchange rate gains recorded in corresponding period of 2022, when the naira recorded a marginal depreciation of 4.8%. Exchange rate gain income representing the difference between the prevailing exchange rate in the official forex market and the exchange rate assumption of the budget for the year. The exchange rate assumption for the budget is used to convert foreign currency income into the Federation account, including crude oil exports, foreign aid, and foreign loans. Hence, the Federation account gets more naira value for foreign currencies income when the prevailing exchange rate is higher than the budget exchange rate. And that's how much we can take on top stories. My name is Patient TD. Many thanks for watching. Do stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our programs.